All right, folks, Jermaine Farrell here. It is the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Media Days. We're getting you ready for the 2024 season. And, of course, we're bringing in the crew from Grandin Road. It's the Patrick Henry Patriots. Joining right now, head coach of the PH Patriots in his 14th year with Patrick Henry as the head coach, Alan Fiddler. Coach Fiddler, thanks for being here, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Well, last year, record-wise, a good year, but didn't end the way you wanted. Finished 9-2. You were 9-1 in the regular season. But obviously, last year, tough. You had some tough injuries and then the tough playoff loss. But overall, how you guys are using that for this year and just your impressions of last year going into this year?
Well, last year was a great season. Had a great group of kids, great to work with. They did everything we asked. Had a lot of unfortunate injuries to some key players, and that caught us in the end. But it was a great season overall. And as far as fitting into this year, you know, we've got a lot of kids that are coming back off that team. A lot of them weren't necessarily starters, but played key roles. So they're going to have to step their game up and help us this year and be key players.
Overall, looking at your starters, how many stars you got coming back on offense and defense, and who are the guys that we should have our eyes on this year off your team?
We're looking at like 4 on offense, 5 on defense. You know, Carson Derey is a guy that you know is a 4-year starter. He's a beast on the field, does a lot of different things. He's a physical kid. He can run and catch. Demarkus Ward's a kid. You know, is a 3-year starter. You know, 6'2", 300-pound kid that he's got to play a little defense this year. Hasn't done that much in the past, but he's been a mainstay on our O-line. Julius Davis is a kid that we like coming up. Josh Williams, there's many. Davion Jernette, a lot of these kids that played roles last year, but really going to have to step their roles up even more.
You mentioned something that's interesting. You got guys on your team that, you know, mentioned 4-year stars, 3-year stars have been with the program. How valuable is it? Maybe they didn't start, but they know what's the expectation of the program and the team, and they see it all day.
I think when you get your program to a certain level, you're going to replace kids every year. So this is nothing new to us. We lose about 25 kids a year. So we always have that next group ready to step up, and you've got to develop them as they come. And we're excited about this group. I love the way they've been practicing this summer. Love their work ethic, love their attitude, and they're all about winning. And you know, hopefully we can keep it going.
You mentioned something, we were talking about this before we started. I mean, your coaching career, I mean, you've won state championships with West Virginia, the college coaching experience, and then, you know, coming here. How do you feel you've grown as a football coach from the time you started to where you are right now?
We just have more experience. You see different things every year. You never know it all. That's one thing about football. You think you're starting to get some knowledge, but something new comes along, and there's always new systems, new schemes, and the kids change a little bit personality-wise. You have to change your program with them a little bit to get with the times. And you know, we've tried to do that, tried to stay up to date. We try to keep our systems, offense and defense, very modern, and you know, we try to go fast and throw it around and spread the ball out and run and be physical on defense. And you know, it's worked pretty well for us, and you know, we're going to try to stay on that path.
So when you first got here at PH, and you look at where it is now, I mean, think about this. I mean, the facilities, the probably the big thing obviously is that field house, because for years it's like, okay, we got dressed in the school and march all over, which in some cases is cool, but let's face facts, having that field house, now that you really have had it over a period of time, talk about just that value of that field house, because when I walk in, I was like, I'm blown away by it.
Yeah, the Roanoke City has treated us well, and the field house is great. It's really changed the culture of our program to be able to have our own space and go down there on a daily basis and be able to have meetings and watch film and do our own thing in our space and step right out of the field house onto the field. It's a great facility. You couldn't ask for more. We just had a new a scoreboard added to the field house, so that's another thing that's new for us, and it's exciting to see that as well. Hopefully we can light it up.
Yeah, well, that's breaking news. I didn't know, because I knew there was a spot on that wall of the field house where potentially, so now we got that thing.
It's there, it's up. It's
up.
It's ready to roll.
I need to come see it.
Yep.
How about that? Little field house, I got a little scoreboard up there. It really, at the end of the day, Coach, for you to continue that success you always have every year, what do you think is going to be that key, that one thing to get you there?
Just be consistent. One thing that you talk about changes that we've really changed is trying to teach kids how to handle adversity. And we feel if we can teach them how to handle adversity well, then we can be successful.
And I think the neat thing is, and you've been, like I say, you've been doing this for a while. Like when I was playing football, I mean, you really didn't see the coach. I mean, in off season, it was like, okay, go to the weight room, do whatever. But now with the off season, which is being embraced this way in Florida, Texas, California, so many other states, just how big is it to now? Like we were over there a couple of weeks ago, and it felt like it was a mid-season practice. Like you have the access. How big is it to have the access to the players that maybe you couldn't have had it 5, 10, 20 years ago?
Yeah, it's definitely become a year-round event, and the kids love it. They want to work at it. They want to work at their game. You know, it's not mandatory in off season, but they're showing up, doing the work, and that's what you look for in a team. And you know, what's their leadership look like? And we've got some really good kids that are getting us in the right direction.
And then finally, how fun is it that the season is getting ready to start? Because I'm fired up and excited. I know you are too, because you're right on the doorstep getting the season started.
Oh, it's starting. Yeah, it's on us, and you know, really looking forward to watching my team and watching everyone else play. And it's always exciting to see kids develop every year, and you know, you go home and watch the college and pro games. So it's an exciting time of the year.
Well, Coach Fiddler, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck this year
Thanks
with
for
the
having
PH Patriots. Of course, Alan Fiddler, head coach of the Patrick Henry Patriots. They're getting ready for the season, as are we, with the Hardees. Friday Night Blitz Media Days.
Demarkus. Okay. Last name Ward, WARD.
All right, and say it for me.
Demarkus Ward.
Okay, cool. Where you go to school?
Patrick Henry High School.
And what's your position?
Left tackle.
What year in school are you at?
I'm a upcoming senior this year.
All right. First and foremost, how does it feel to be back senior year? Y'all gone through a lot of stuff in the past four seasons. Some of it's been great. Some of it has been a little bit tragic, sadly. But how does it feel to kind of be back senior year?
It's been it's a great coaching staff at PH. So the loss that we had in November really kind of motivated the whole team to come together and start working harder together, because we almost felt like we was better than what we was. It's a great experience to work together.
What is when you guys played Fleming last year and all that stuff happened on y'all's turf? How much did that kind of motivate you guys for this season? I mean, that's one of y'all. I mean, that's your mainstay rival, and I know that one stung, and I know that one hurt for that whole entire Patrick Henry community. So how do you kind of use that as motivation heading into this year?
That's all that's been on our mind is Fleming. So, I mean, it hurt. It definitely did hurt when we saw on the scoreboard and it was over, and it just wasn't a good feeling. But I feel like this year we got a great developing young team coming up and especially with the great coaching staff we got. So I feel that we can definitely run it back this year. I feel like we're more hungry this year.
And what does it mean to you when you put that Patriots jersey on and when you get to represent the purple? I mean, what does it mean, man?
It's a great feeling. It's every night you got to represent. Every night, every time you put the jersey on, it's like I got to go out and go 100 miles an hour every time.
I mean, you're part of one of the premier programs in this region. For you, do you take every single game? I know you do, but how personal are you taking this season? Since it's your last season.
I'm taking it more personal because the way we ended last year, so very personal this year.
And I guess just in terms of some things, you being one of the elder statesmen, you guys have some young guns on the squad. How are you looking to be an extension of Coach Fiddler?
Just when the guys are doing just make sure the guys are doing the right things in the weight room, on the field. Make sure they're not skipping reps because every rep matters. So just make sure that they're on top of the game so we can be the best we can this year.
I mean, this program is always playoffs, always doing this, always doing that. What is it going to take for you guys to say, hey, we can progress and we can probably get to that promised land this year? I know we always talk about winning the chip. Everybody does.
Yes.
But what are some things and expectations that you have of this team, of what you know this team is capable of being able to produce?
Mainly is right now it's learning, but I feel like everybody's together. Everybody's on the same page right now, and I think we're ready for August 30th this year. So everybody's locked and loaded and ready to go.
For you personally, this is going to be your kind of last first game, right?
Yeah.
What does that kind of mean? And like I said earlier, you know, the journey that I know you've been on, there's been a lot of things that have happened in the past few
Yeah.
seasons. What has this journey kind of been like, and what does it mean to kind of play your last first game?
It's been an amazing experience playing under Coach Fiddler. I mean, he developed me into, I personally think, a great player. I mean, he was just a great coach. He's a great leader. Everybody's on the team's disciplined, and I mean, it don't really matter about the first game because all that matters is we win the game, you know, and try to go far in the playoffs this year. So.
You know, I know you talked a little bit about Coach Fidd. What does he mean to you personally?
Coach Fidd is a great guy, great coach. He knows his football. He's a very serious guy too. He don't play a lot of games. He's not gonna play around with you, and that's how he wins a lot of games, and that's how he's in the playoffs every year because he makes sure all his guys are on the same page and locked and loaded and ready to go when it comes Friday nights.
Nice. And I mean, you guys are always reloading. What's it kind of been like just to be able to see this team make those strides in the past 4 seasons and always been a perennial powerhouse and a playoff contender? I mean, you guys are real contenders in every season. What has that kind of been like?
It feels good to be that team, but we're not where we want to be yet. We got one goal and it's to win a state championship, and that's our goal for this season. That's the only goal.
You know, I gotta ask you, how excited are you to kind of get ready, pad it up?
I
know you ready to go and throw some people off the line. So
I'm ready. I mean, that's all I can say. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I mean, ever since that, like I said, like I keep mentioning that one night when we lost on our home field, that's the night that really like set another motor in me. Like, let's go, let's do it. So.
Cool beans. But you got anything else for me?
No, sir.
Carson, Derey. A lot of people say Derey, but it's Derey.
Carson, just spell out your first and last name too.
Carsonderey.
All right, position, even though I already know it.
Tight end and defensive end.
Cool beans. And what year in school are you?
It's my rising senior,
And what school do you play for?
Patrick Henry.
All right, Carson, well, talk to me. This team, man, you know, I know everything that went on last year, kind of like what we talked about with Demarkus. I mean, that Fleming loss,
Yeah.
what did that mean to you?
It meant a lot, but it was mostly just motivation to, get on to the next season. Definitely something to push us this year and keep us motivated during the season.
And I mean, I know like that specific game is always very contentious.
Mhm.
I mean, we
Yeah.
know you guys, that's y'all's rival, and I know it always means more than what it means. When you utilize that as motivation, how are you personally kind of trying to build yourself better for this season?
Just staying in the weight room, staying on the field, but mostly, just staying mentally right, especially with the team. Making sure we're all, not joking around, taking things. We got to take things seriously and all that. So.
I know you guys lost some guys.
Mhm.
You also have some guys moving up. And what is this team identity moving forward? What would you say the identity? I know you guys haven't suited up or anything yet, but what would you say from what you've seen so far is the identity?
We got some good new guys coming up. Definitely, we're always a fast team. Play fast, But last year we had a huge line, and it's a little different now. But even though they're small, they still hit just as hard. So.
What does it mean to kind of be one of the elder statesmen of this team, and you kind of have some power over saying, guys, I need you to pick it up.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an extension of Coach Fidd. So what does that mean?
Well, you only get to be at the top once, so it's good to utilize it, and if they'll listen to you, it's good to help lead, help Coach Fit out, and just keep the team motivated.
And what does Coach Fid mean to you personally?
He's a great coach. He's definitely gotten us through a whole lot, and he keeps us in check. So it's good.
And for you personally, what are you looking to kind of? I know Patrick Henry is synonymous with the playoffs. You guys have gone through a lot in the past 4 seasons. Shoot, this team is always there some way, somehow. How are you guys looking to take that next step and move forward?
You just got to take it game by game. You can't really, it's good to look at the big picture, but it's also good to focus on just one step at a time,
And I guess last year, first game. Is that weird now?
It's a little weird. It's a little weird, but, just can't really let it get to you. Just got to keep playing like you always do.
How much fun are you looking to have this season? I know we talk about the seriousness of everything. God knows, and especially with your coach.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of fun in this, and I think he also wants you guys to have just as much fun too. But he wants you to get something out. So, how much fun are you ready to have this year?
It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm excited. So, we'll see how it goes.
And my last question is going to be, what does it mean to you when you put that Patriots jersey on?
It means a lot. It's a great team. It's been for a long time. So, it just means got to represent. Got to carry out the legacy.
How important is it for you to leave a legacy of Patrick Henry?
It's very important, but mostly think about, just a single player. You got to think about the whole team. So, I think this whole team is going to be pretty good this year.
Cool. You got anything else for me?
Nothing else.
Solid.